Hey guys, my name is JR from Pimclick, a digital marketing and tech agency here in Bangkok, and today we'll be discussing about the impact of COVID-19 on businesses today. So it is without a doubt that the spread of COVID-19 has in a way forced companies to adapt, into transitioning into digitizing their businesses. So you have brands and services around the world that are finding ways to serve their customers at lightning speed. And with organizations making that transition to digital, it is almost as if that if companies don't make that switch or are reacting to this pandemic, then they'll be losing a ton of opportunities to grow their businesses or even to survive. So there are five levels that companies will have to think or act, because you can't have that business as usual approach. That's not how things work, at least in today's or the new normal. So you have these five levels, which are resolve, resilience, return, reimagination, and reform. So companies will obviously need to resolve and face new challenges created by COVID-19, whether it is maybe revamping their website or making some upgrades to their app or literally anything. Then obviously with these challenges, companies have to act resilient by addressing these challenges of short-term cash management, just so that they can be able to sustain themselves through the period. A detailed plan is then created, so that companies can get their return and make sure that they're back up and running, which is in this phase, becomes a lot more clear in terms of economic impact. And after looking through the situation and understanding the repercussions, you know, um, it would be time to reimagine themselves on how to reinvent their businesses and basically get back up on their feet. And finally, business will need to reform with awareness and with clear understanding about how the competitive environment, can evolve with the new normal. These five keys are pretty much, important, and they help you identify the common solutions. Many have questioned also the efficiency of the traditional system. So, like, why would you need to fly when video conferencing is so much more available and cheaper? Can't all interviews be conducted online now? Every company should obviously be asking themselves these questions. Large companies have so, such as JP Morgan, Twitter, or even Amazon. The crisis itself has, forced companies to turn towards digital technology, which, by the way, is offering a lot more cheaper and more efficient means through the years. So we can take, for example, like Google Hangouts, Zoom, or Teams, for video interviews, conference, or even meetings. Businesses should also be monitoring key indicators to the evolution of the pandemic. So being able to pinpoint, certain scenarios with a close eye will allow businesses to react quicker and not lose sight of action that may affect the future of the business. And with that, companies need to make sure that they have a strategy to navigate through it. For example, people these days have probably adapted to the new lifestyle, right? And they're likely to rethink about how and where they want to be able to spend their money. So they may be adopting, and preferring online services, which definitely means e-commerce development for companies to keep the customers happy. Things like this, in which businesses, leaders should look into for a long way to survival. However, the most important part is understanding the customer's behavior. So when the pandemic and lockdown measures were obviously announced globally, you had a lot of people panic buying for essential products, right? While maybe some remain the same. And with every business is switching online now, it comes to question like, how will customers behave to the new normal? Without a doubt, people's wallets has been affected partially, right? And by the pandemic, which ultimately leads to people saving their resources, reducing their spending, and focusing on essential products. And at the same time, this pandemic has encouraged people to take care of their health. So again, this means quality products and safe products that have become a lot more important these days. And as travel restrictions are still in play, customers may look into local businesses. They might be a lot more accessible, maybe cheaper, and also quicker to acquire, which is why business owners should focus on their local clientele. And adapting your SEO strategy to the local public may be a good idea for many months to come. You need to know too that customers will be looking for locally made and quality products. So if your company or your team is focusing on these very aspects for branding, then you can definitely survive in these days. And lastly, as mentioned before, customers are just definitely going online now. It is a natural consequence of the lockdown, with the shops and services shutting down, that online services are up. And even if the traditional form of business gets back, online service seems like it's just going to be staying for a long time. So you even have a group of people who rarely use online services that are basically being pushed to do so, and which means companies will need to find a way to address this new normal and figure out a strategy to keep afloat. So with these impacts of COVID-19, it is not too late, and the means to survival still exists, only with change. So that's it for my topic today. And again, don't forget to please like and share this video if you found it interesting. And also comment down below if you have any questions you have, so that our team can get back to you. And you can also download our ebook that's going to be put down in the description below. And visit our website. And if you would like to work together, then feel free to contact us. Thank you, and see you next time.